Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Defining Discipline podcast. I'm your host, Scott. Defining discipline is a lifestyle, a mentality, and a brand. And within this podcast, we're going to focus on self-improvement as you follow along with me on my journey. We'll also hear from special guests of all walks of life on this podcast and their remarkable journeys that led them to where they are today. Today is day 122 of my journey. At the beginning of the year, I challenged myself to run 365 days out of the year, all outside, beer in the elements, whatever they may bring. I also challenged myself to run 1,250 miles within that time frame. Excuse me. Now, this is only my second year ever running. Within the first year, I was able to run 1,001 miles, and I did that in 175 days out of the year in 2020. So it's a 25% step up in the amount of miles and 100% step up in the amount of days I will be running. Now for the day, I'm out here trying to put in 9.3 for the day. That'll this is kind of a guesstimate, so we won't have official numbers, but I'll give you a little guess. 9.3 for the day. That will put me at right around 45 miles for the week. That's the most I've ever pumped out ever in the week. Before that, the most I ever pumped out was 37.9. So we'll be right around 45. Really stoked about that. Another PR for the week. Earlier this week we had a PR for the month of April. Now for monthly miles, since it's May, it's the second day. That should put us right under 13, right around 13 miles. Let's see what else. For the year, couldn't even tell you where I'm at. 420, maybe 30 something. So that's what we're sitting at for the year. Sorry about that, guys. Ran by someone who was acting a little strange. All right. So now that we got daily, weekly, yearly, and monthly, all those miles kind of down, maybe I'll throw in the official right here just to give you the official numbers after. But today is a hot one, day 122. Decided to hit the trail again just because it's really refreshing. But man, it's 84 degrees out today and it's a scorcher. I'm about just over 3 miles in, so 1/3 of the way in, and I'm pretty beat right now, guys, not gonna lie. So we're gonna see what we get. But again, we're going for the 9.3 so we can hit 45 for the weekly PR. Other than that, for episode 122, if I don't pass out from a heat stroke while doing it, I want to talk about milestones. And this is a milestone today. Technically yesterday, halfway through the day, but today is officially 1/3 of the way through my challenge of running every single day out of the year. So I just got to do what I've done so far 2 more times, and we are complete. Nice little hills here. Woo! All right. So 2 more times of doing what I did, and we will surpass not only the running every single day, but I'll make it past 1,500 miles. So we'll see how we go, how it's going, and what we'll be able to pull through here. So speaking of milestones, just think about, we are literally 1/3 of the way through the year. Not just my goals, but in general. We are 1/3 of the way through the year. Just think about how fast this year has gone by. COVID restrictions are kind of lifting, and things are seeming to get a little bit better here and there, but man, this year is flying by just as fast as 2020. So with that in mind, guys, it's really cool to set milestones to see how far you come when you hit them. So like I said, this is the 1/3 of a milestone. I didn't do a quarter, I skipped over it. But I will do a half. I'll do the 2/3, I'll do the 3/4. And then of course the finishing. Hitting a big hill here. So that being said, I want to talk about milestones with you guys and how setting them is the best thing to boost your confidence and things like that, especially as long as you're staying busy. Maybe you can't hit all your milestones the way you want to, but to be able to set them and see where you add up is a big thing, that confidence booster, and just helps you really focus on things you were trying to accomplish. So like I said, today I'm really stoked. I've made it this far. 122 days in a row. My body's still feeling great. There's some days obviously where I'm a little beat up. I'm assuming tomorrow, after this scorcher where 90% of my run is at my max HR, I feel I'll probably be a little tired tomorrow, but hey, who knows? Still gonna try to get out there and pump 3.5 out for my milestone. Just keep it going. Get ready for the next milestone, the halfway mark. And one important thing I kind of talked about the last episode, I'm just going to touch on it here this episode. I am getting ready for that 50K trail race I'm running here coming up in June. And in order for me to get ready for that, I got to put in all these big miles, but I will be starting my taper soon. But I'm going to be trying to put in some big miles especially these first 2 weeks of the month of May, and then really start slowing down on my taper of weekly mileage and all that, and get ready for this big race. And again, I think the biggest challenge, yes, the race will be hard, and not fully nervous. I got a little nerves for it, but I think my bigger challenge is going to be the day after the race, getting back out there and getting in another run. So other than that and everything being said, that's pretty much it, guys. We're just talking about milestones today and how I've crossed another one of mine. And I didn't really talk about the first one, about the quarter-way mark, but now we're 1/3 of the way, and grinding, guys. So set milestones for yourself. That's your daily discipline. Also, when you hit these milestones throughout the year, it's a really good way to look back and think, how far I've came when I hit this milestone. Maybe you haven't came far at all. That's a reason for you to really step your game up, guys. So that is your daily discipline for the day. to set these milestones and really think about them, and focus on pushing forward and crushing it for the next milestone. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for listening and following along. This is the Defining Discipline podcast. I'm your host, Scott. Give us a like, a subscribe, a follow, and a share on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and whatever podcast streaming platform you guys listen on. Other than that, just get out there, guys. Stay disciplined. Maybe get out in nature like me. Enjoy the day, especially if you're here around in Michigan on this beautiful day here in May. I think the next 2 days are raining, but we'll be out in those too. But if you guys like to enjoy good days, get out there today, guys. All right. Thanks so much for listening. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.